So let me see if this is working. Nice, all is going well. All is going well indeed. So the intention of this video right now is to provide like a walkthrough for my system, the TreJrdn Weise 15-minute model that I've built and currently executing, where throughout the next 30 to maybe 40 minutes, depending on how long the video actually is done. I don't know how long it takes to record, but the idea is to showcase, or more or less walk through, January 2023's price delivery in relation to the actual system. That is the current plan. So first thing we can do as a start is understanding where we're likely to go. If we're looking at price here in January, we're likely to go next as the first in framing the actual trading day. So what you can see here is that we're operating within the range. The range, how I know this is my range, or how I know this is my range high. Firstly, for the range high confirmation, I would ideally see the reverse switching order flow. So that point in which price shows that the opposing side of the order flow is not holding anymore. The opposing side, so we're playing bullish order flow, and we can say, you know what, we're not holding this bullish order flow range right here. So reverse switching order flow confirms the actual range. How we know this is my range though, the mere fact that we have a support and liquidation that lies within 50% of the actual order flow range. So within profit pricing, as I like to call it. And from there on, we get to know the order flow area that you're playing with. So we understanding that more or less a trading day is being formed currently, framing the idea, for the intention is to play towards this order flow range equilibrium. That would be the intention, right? Now if we go a bit deeper into the price's actual delivery, you can see a few things happening. You can see the actual switching order flow, new range created from this low to this high. How we know this is the actual range high? Once we get the reverse switching order flow, then we just playing the equations along. Just playing the mitigations. So I got the mitigation and the intentions price to run to this. That's the intention, right? So since we're in the middle of framing the idea, the next step is actually going in to see whether or not this idea can actually unfold. Because we got like a directional bias going already, where the idea is to target buy side liquidity, target highs, so to speak. We're going to see 50-minute. We're going to see 50-minute and look at price and delivery, and the actual individual days, so to speak. And the first thing you can see, I think starting here at like the 1st of January. But the first thing you can see is that, even on the 50-minute, we got the switch, we got the mitigation, and the intention is to go towards this side. That's the intention currently. We just play forward to when the new day begins, January 1st, so to speak. We wait. Oh, so we see that the high is gone. So the last hit that we were targeting, that goes. So we wait. That's the intention. Always. That's the intention always. That's how it usually goes. And what you can see here is that we're playing from within a range as well. We created a new range, but I can't say for certain whether or not the range created if we don't have the actual reverse switching order flow. So that's something that we're waiting for. And we're waiting for the session to open. The session opens at 8 a.m. EST. My personal session. So the session open, and we got like an understanding of price. A vague understanding, so to speak. You realize this is the range low. We're waiting to confirm the range high. How would they know the range high is confirmed? Once we get the actual confirmation that this is like the reverse switching order flow. Once you already got this reverse switching on flow, then the tone for the trade is set. Once in that sequence step or sequence of events, the clearing for these support and liquidation. How we know the support and liquidation? For one, look at where the low is in relation to the actual overall order flow range you're playing within. It's sitting within the actual 50% of proper pricing, as I like to call it. So now it kind of forming a trade here. Kind of forming a trade here. Really intention is to play from 80% to target. Nice. Stop loss. That's coming low. This tool right now on this. Might be tool. Yeah, so it goes something like this. I mean, this way. We just wait for the mitigation to happen. So what's interesting is that we got the support and liquidation at this point. My orders are set. Once I got the support and liquidation, my orders are set. And we just waited for the mitigation to happen. So now we actually got the mitigation. Targets, of course, we decide. So we got the mitigation almost about tied out. What's interesting is that spreads gonna get me right here. It's interesting to say the least. But we got the mitigation, we got it tied. So now we're just waiting for price to actually deliver. We're just waiting and waiting price to deliver to either the TP or RSL. So we got a stage now a new day opens. Got a stage now where a new day opens and we still in the position from the previous day, but if you like doing an analysis on the previous day, we can see that around about here we got switching order flow. Yeah, around about here we got switching order flow, and the expectation is still to run to this height. Yeah, that's a true expectation to run to this height. So now we perform a possible standard trade. Now you're looking at where we may actually look to get involved. So to answer this question, figure what's the range that we operating within. See a low and see a high. So this is the, let's say for example this distant player here, but this is what I'll be looking at from this low to this high. And the intention is to wait for the support and liquidation to happen. Once you got the actual support and liquidation, then we can go on and begin to scope entries or place limits, so to speak. We can see we never actually got the mitigation. In such case, we move. And since the session has ended, no more trades to be taken, so to speak. And we just move on to more or less the next day. We remain still in this position. And you can see the next day opens and the position turned into -1. Very calm. Very, very, very calm. So the first position turned into -1. What's interesting is that the high never went. The high never went. No high that we were targeting, so to speak. It never went. We go ahead and reevaluate once more. Looking into the coming days, so to speak. Looking into the coming days. But this was also not a position why, because of the expectation that price going long or going higher to target highs by sell liquidity. The idea is not really to go ahead and play counter that, to be fair, play shorts. But it's interesting to say the least. This is also not a trade. This is another one of those situations where it's like also not a trade. In such cases, we remain steady, we remain calm, and do as the actual plan suggests. That's the overarching idea, so to speak. Do as the plan suggests. Do exactly as the plan suggests. So you move. You're coming up to the following day. coming out to the following day, and this still not a trade opportunity in here as well. Why? Because if you look at the rules, I look at the system as you know it, the intention is to wait. Let me scroll up here. Yeah, the intention is to wait for price to show clear signs that one or the flow switch in regards to confirming where you let you to target or where you let you to trade towards. And if you got that confirmation, then it just makes the entry very easy. So you can see this switch happening. But what else do you see? You see a proper range being created. Not really, to be fair. Not really. And this is the reason why this wasn't really a trade opportunity or a trade idea being like executed on, because it simply wasn't enough in regards to context, in regards to framing the actual trade idea to work off of. So eventually we cleared the high within that day for 86, but still nothing. And bear in mind we on a -1 already for January 2023. We already on a -1, but what I can see here is the mere fact that we created a new range. That was one thing I can see. We indeed created a new range once this high went. So all of a sudden it's like you're playing from this low to wherever the high forms in here. So we're just waiting for the actual confirmation that the high is like set in place. All of this happening, all of this price that's happening, we're not really looking to get involved. But the ideology is to get involved from much lower within the actual pricing range. That's the overarching ideology, that's the overarching idea. So we move forward once more. And you can see here, we actually get the reverse switching on. So it confirms the range high. We know for certain the range high is confirmed. All we know where the range low is. So 50% of the flow range. That is where we ideally looking to be playing from. 50% of the actual order flow range. If you move forward to get more or less like a heightened level of clarity, where this is indeed concerned, you can see that this one is turning to our area to play from in regards to our range. And the next step where this is concerned, navigating 75% of the range to actually confirm. If we draw 75%, moving forward just so it'll be a bit more compressed and easier to see, so to speak. So now we wait, because you understand where the support and liquidation lies. You understand where the support and liquidation lies, where the support and liquidation even is. Now we intend to navigate price. This. Support and liquidation. Ideology is to play. So you can confirm this area prior to actually targeting the height that was left behind, this height. That's the overarching idea. And you can see was this day on the 9th, we didn't really get delivery or anything where this comes from. Here we go, so like a proper entry for the actual methodology. So to speak. So we go in once more. Remember, the idea is to play congruent to the system, or congruent to the routes. Whereas you're looking to operate within proper pricing rather than just operating, rather than just operating. So now we move once more. Now we move into the trade idea once more. We go forward and wait until the new day begins. The new day begins very soon. So let me go in. Yep, the new day begins now. The new day has indeed begun. The expectation, or what we ideally waiting for, is for price to come, mitigate 75% so that we can actually confirm, or we just get confirmation from the actual switches in order flow that are likely to happen within proper pricing. And proper pricing, anything below 50%. In such cases, we wait, and you can see some very interesting thing over here. We can see some very interesting thing over here where you got this previous high. Previous high, you clear the high. Now it's setting the tone for the actual trade idea. No, that's really happening. It's setting the tone for the actual trade idea. What I mean by this, we got the framework already, where the idea is to play along to this high. No, just waiting for confirmation or already move could actually happen. So once we get like a 50% mitigation, at least 50% mitigation, then we employ the secondary route. Whereas you wait for the 50% to be mitigated, you wait for the switching order flow to happen, then you go into the entry. And what's interesting is that we created a high, and all of a sudden we're looking to get the range high confirmation. So subsequent up, we got the range high confirmation, and notice like what's next? Plain initial model. Where the initial model states 80% of the previous order flow range. Target margin X. That'll be the idea. Target X. Just below. Is that 80%? So right here. So 80% of the order flow range, and we just waited for mitigation. Of course, break you just run right through this area. I'll bet. Another way that's on we can see on this. So you can see get the actual mitigation. Now we in the trade. So now we wait. The session ends, so all of a sudden it's like a stop period. Obviously, when you trade edges are concerned, this high can function as the edge as well. That high can function as the edge as well. Why? Because in fact, there's a part of flow range that was indeed created. So we move forward, and you see eventually clear the high. So depending on where TP actually is, or for me, my TP, where the system is concerned, my edge model where the system is concerned, is targeting overall order flow range could be high as long as price warrants it. We need to get into criteria later on over the coming case studies as to how or as to if price will warrant going to the actual overall high. Otherwise, the high will just break here. So we wait. You see the day end, and we still in this position. The day ends and we still in one position. Let me see how the next day opens. But going into the second day now. Not second day, but just waiting to see how price actually develops. So if we actually have a trade opportunity coming into this second day, so to speak. So we go ahead couple at least a couple before the session begins to do like a pre-session analysis. And what we can indeed see, not yet. The sessions are open relatively soon. So we can see here is that we got a high created. We know it's a high because the reverse switching order flow. But we can see this high potentially getting cleared as well where price is at open. So we just move forward a bit and indeed create a new high. How is supposed to know that this could be my range height is when we get confirmation regarding the reversion article, which we got, it'll be right here. We got this reversion article confirm the actual range height. Now to confirm the range low, this will be my range low as opposed to this low. Why? Simple. Understanding where the actual support and liquidation is in such cases where you got like overdeveloped price, so to speak, it will function well properly understanding was your range low, was your range high. Why this will be my range low? Because where's your support and liquidation? You know? Where's support and liquidation, especially like in these continuous legs? That is a real question. Where is the actual support and liquidation? In those events, I can't even answer the question as to where the support and liquidation really is. And the low that I would presumably choose, that indeed becomes my support and liquidation. All of a sudden, it gives you room, allows. Let me see if we get this done properly. Yeah, allows us to frame the trade idea once more in regards to continuing longs. Set my order down 80%. Just set my order on 80% stop loss. Obviously cover the low and highs will constitute the targets. I remember we would let this say to play within our actual like trading session. So between 8 and 12 with a tentative 1 p.m. and that's when we would look to mitigate it. Otherwise, the order is cancelled. So you can see if we actually get mitigation here. So if we get mitigation, and now we like trigger into the position. So we trigger it. Not like this. So it can actually play out. Scary scenes. Very scary scenes. But we can see eventually we get delivery to the high. Eventually we got delivery to the high that was being targeted and more or less set out as targets from the beginning. So this trade hit TP and this trade hit TP. So 8.36 and 5.88. So now we move on to the coming days. To see if we get any more opportunities. And coming to like the 12th of January, what we seeing? What we seeing? High create, and we're looking for the reversion order flow. It will mean that we're looking to play this order flow range from this low to this high. That is indeed the expectation. This low to this high. And indeed, what was very interesting is how I actually gathered this low on this side. Now, following like I don't know, like a normal route in regards to understanding where the low and the high properly lies, it will look something like this. But if we go from like a different understanding, like how we confirm the actual range low in regards to there being a support and liquidation, and we can see here that this would indeed constitute like a valid range low. Why? Because of the idea of support and liquidation. What I mean by that is where the lows are possible liquidity areas, where do they actually lie within the range? And I can see, obviously looking at 50%, and I can see, say for instance, this low, to make it a lot easier, this low will be regarded as support and liquidation, and as long as I have, a support and liquidation within like a price leg or a prospective range, then you know with a high degree of certainty, high degree of clarity, that there's a strong chance that the low that I'm playing off or that I use for the range can be used as my actual liquidity low or range because it got this support and liquidation. Obviously with your range high, you know that once the reverse or flow happens, then you got your range high. Where this high was cleared, and all of a sudden this to this low to this high, or even this low to this high, and then once it clears, then you get a bit more clarity. But if you just move forward a bit more and realize that once you come into the next day, we actually got this high. We got this high being created, where now this will be like the last range low. And you can see the switch in R4 happening. Switch in R4 1, and then the support and liquidation, and then for the entry. One reason why this was not used as an entry, because it fits the entry criteria as we know it. One reason why I wouldn't mess around with this is because of this, to be honest. Merely because I don't intend to mess up and leave an order on where the order gets absolutely facing possible slippage, considering the high volatility and lack of liquidity surrounding those events. Then I wouldn't place an order here personally, even though yes, the model fits, but because of experience and my understanding of the system and understanding how DAO performs and delivers, I wouldn't be placing them in here, even though it will constitute a high factor. But you can see the ideology still stands in regards to delivery and how we could understand how we could actually navigate price or navigate to where based on the methodology. So very interesting one. That was a news day, but we could fast forward to see if we actually get anything else out of it. Not at all. Not at all, not at all. January 12th, nothing as well. January 12th is indeed nothing at all. So now we're moving on to the 13th. We're moving on to the 13th. And you can see how price actually delivered. Friday the 13th. And this is where it gets a bit interesting, to be honest, because one would presume that this now becomes like a what's the word? Like a new range. Yeah, like a new range, so to speak. But in such cases, let me see if that's it's still working. But in such cases, we just wait until price actually delivers, or price actually develops. Because in these instances where it's not really clear, or you can't like provide like a proper what's the word? Like a proper like ideology or proper analysis towards you framing the trade they offer, then you just don't mess around. So in such cases, I kind of confused as to whether or not this is a proper range to play from. So what I do, you leave it alone. Defer to make a decision, if that makes sense. Defer to make a decision. In such cases, you can go in and see what price actually delivered on that day in instances where it's like you're not sure what's happening or you're not sure what's going on. And what you can see is a range happening, a potential range. But at that time, I wasn't sure whether or not this is a range, so I did nothing. And that's the overarching ideology: to do nothing when you're not sure how price is actually delivering. But from in these cases, we can learn. We can see a high form. We know possibly the range high once the low goes. Whereas what's interesting is that the low goes well into the next day. But it then begs the question: if we actually got the reverse switching on the flow confirming this could be the range high, where's the range low? Where's the range low? We're going to using the low, where support and liquidation is possibly there. All I know as support possibly there. If we got any lows that within 50%, could be used as support and liquidation. And the big question, is there an entry? Because we got two of the most important parts of the most important parts of the system, most important components of the system. But all of a sudden, this would have become like an entry place that you could possibly play from. We can see we never get a mitigation. But what's interesting about this is if we just move over to line charts, right? If we just move over to line charts in this instance, where we disregard what happened in regards to like a weight being formed. This weight being formed as a result of this. And we just play the line chart to see like how price actually looking. All of a sudden we could get some sort of understanding that this low could indeed be a range low instead of this one, as a result of being created from like these event or whatever. So all of a sudden now this could become an entry. 80% of the actual range to play from. But never got an indication. And stuff like this, where you're kind of like confused and not really sure what to do nothing, you know? Do nothing at all. Do absolutely nothing. In such cases, my data or the data I have will be revolved around those clear areas. And I have like a section where I got like these unclear areas I want to understand, want to figure out. And that's where it actually gets a bit more interesting in regards to the findings of the data, or the data's findings. That's where it gets a bit interesting regarding findings. So the 13th, that was also not a trade on the 13th. Then we go to the next day. Then we go to the next day, we go to the next day, we go to the next day. And we can see a low being formed. But we see a low and a high. We want to confirm that this might actually be a range high. So we play the wires here. Reverse session order flow. I will look to confirm with the range actually. Is it here or is it here? If we look for the support and liquidation, realize within the actual range, we don't have support and liquidation just as yet. So what do? We wait to see how price actually delivering. You can see on this day like nothing really happened. Nothing really happened with the 16th. Nothing really happened. Nothing really happened at all. Nothing really happened to be fair. In regards to like a possible entry. But the idea still stands is that this high will most likely be the high that we let you see grow, you know? Based on like the ideology and methodology. How we actually playing these trades. That's the understanding. And you can see if it actually happened or not, you know? And you can see, I mean, it's a new day now. We're getting nearer and nearer to the 50%. Nearer and nearer to the 50%. So we wait, and we see how price actually delivering. So we can see the range low and then the range high. Range support and liquidation, nothing just yet, but this is where it gets very interesting because on this day, remember we're not looking to trade against the ideology or trade against the methodology as it relates to how you're looking to frame a trade idea, but the expectations of price to run higher. That's the expectation, price to run higher. So there's liquidity. So it's like now, bring under this understanding, say for instance, we play. Yeah, say for instance we playing forward, showing a bit more, if that makes sense. In regards to really range could actually be, if you play from this low to this high, we just mark out like the art flow range you're looking to play within, so like 75%. Then you go down to the 15-minute. Then you realize that this makes a lot more sense, you know? This actually makes a lot more sense where its potential TreJrdn is concerned, because I'm looking to go long from somewhere in here, but is the criteria really met? Do you have like a support and liquidation? No. So why place a limit? Why place a limit? That's the real question. Do you have a support and liquidation? If the answer is no, in regards to figuring out where the art of flow range liquidity low is, the art of flow range liquidity high, art of range liquidity low, a valid one, so to speak, one is actually going to hold to that to deliver to the highs. Then we got the support and liquidation. In such cases, yeah, that's my alert going off for actual live trading. Let me see. Yeah, my actual alert going off at 9:33 live trade, possible live trade. So we can do finish out this video and go back to my usual trading. But what's interesting is that he didn't get we didn't have a what's the word, support and liquidation within this range. So is it really valid to take? We can see, but me personally, I wouldn't mess around this. And you see the low actually get cleared. The low actually got cleared. Such cases, we do not mess around. We do not mess around where the system is not met in regards to having the support and liquidation, or the reverse situation or fluid support and liquidation, then the mitigation that would allow for the entry to happen. In these cases, we wait, but under the understanding that if we just go like a time frame here and looking at how the forward ranges look, and see if we actually confirm the range and we realize that this function is support and liquidation. So all of a sudden, framing the trade, you know what? I prefer to wait right here to mitigate, at least here to mitigate it, right here to clear, at least 50% mitigated in order to like frame what the trade is. That's the understanding. So if you go in, and you can see that day ends on the 17th. So we're going to the 18th now on Friday, and we're looking to get like a possible entry. Remember, you're waiting for either 50% to be mitigated or this low to actually go, price to actually going and get involved. What's interesting is that when we open, very, very interesting. But we're coming into the 50% now. Yeah, so we're in the 50%, we're just waiting. 50% and we are just waiting. So what happens next? Well, the session ends, so whatever day this was, this was Wednesday, not Friday, Wednesday the 18th. But we're just waiting. Wednesday the 18th, and eventually the session ends, but we get support and liquidation happening. So already the mind is prime. The mind is prime to go ahead and actually like frame the idea, frame the long idea. That's what happens. That's what's happening here, so to speak. Framing this potential long idea. That's the motive. So we coming in, and yeah, we actually get mitigation in the follow or flow area. That we were looking to play, but if we're fitting the actual time, the 8 AM to 12 PM with the tentative one, no, not yet. So we just wait. But in such cases, we're waiting. We would like to see the actual switching or the flow happen Yeah, let's see actual switching order flow happen prior to actually getting involved. And this is where it gets interesting because we've got the switching order flow subsequent to the mitigation, right? We got the switching order flow, and all of a sudden we could draw on a range. All of a sudden we could draw on a range. So what's interesting now is that when we operating from levels in price, yeah, when we're operating from levels in price where it looks kind of compressed, this is where you could go into like smaller time frames, so you 5 minutes, you 1 minute to get a bit more information. But if you just look at it like fractally, I can see this is a low, this is a high, and the moment this low goes, we get like a reverse switching order flow. Obviously, the 5 minute, 1 minute will show this in a more clear way, where it will look something like this. Whereas like you see a low, you see a high, and then once the low goes, you actually get a reverse switching order flow. If you look at it fractally just on a 15 minute, then it begs the question, what is next? We got the reverse switching order flow confirmed with the actual range height. The range low, you need to have a support in the condition. Notice where it gets interesting. You see how we had this low, and then the low creates a new high, and begins to like jet, so to speak. I will still be waiting for this low to go in order to actually place my entry. And here, this is where that low becomes like a support and liquidation. That would indeed warrant, the entry or the card being set. Like target or the flow rate is like a range that you're playing from as a target. So now we wait to see if they actually get mitigated or if prices run right through. Bear in mind, price could actually just come lower and do the same thing again, like just stop up, or it could run, who knows, you know? So you're just moving on $50,000, which is interesting. And you can see eventually we delivered. So eventually we delivered to the target price, and that's it. The trade is completed. Understanding the sequence of events, understanding different components, understanding how you're actually navigating price. It will lead to entries, so to speak. Understanding 75% are the high time frame being mitigated, or the flow area being mitigated. Understanding the switches in order flow, confirming the actual like zone that you intend to play from, or area that you intend to play from, and then you just go deeper or a bit more granular into the actual sequence of events. So this reverse switching order flow confirming the range high, the range low being confirmed by the actual support and liquidation, and the entry is just like a byproduct of waiting for the sequence of events to actually happen. And that farm trade idea. And you can see on Thursday, the 19th of January, it ends. The day ends. We come into a new day to see if we can actually get more trade opportunities where it's concerned. So on Friday, nothing at all. Why is nothing at all? If I'm looking at this, did this high really create a new high? If that makes sense. Like, were these highs cleared as a result? Or could this just be another support and liquidation? And as we come into Friday, and we can see something like this. Something how price actually developed, how it did, or deliver how it did on subsequently on the actual Friday. And so in these cases, we just wait. We just wait and wait for more information. This doesn't look proper. As for the validations for the why you raise low, it doesn't fall because it didn't create a new high. You know, it didn't create a new high at all. But that's something you tend to get. You tend to get a whole lot deeper on. Yeah, a whole lot deeper on coming into the following case studies. So we can see we clearing highs, and you can see we actually moving towards, like, say for instance, like I don't know, possible overall. In these cases, we wait, and probably look for next week. Next week Monday, now it's 23rd. Monday the 23rd. Let me see if we actually go next class. Fair enough. But if you can see here, like Monday on market open, it wasn't really a trade opportunity either. Why? Because we still don't got the proper confirmation as to the range high, range low. Not confirmation, we don't got mitigation. But we can see this is range low. We can see like this as a potential range high. The reverse vision order flow happening within here. The support and liquidation here. I'm not drawing all the annotations, but hopefully you can see what I see. Where this can be support and liquidation. This because the range high, and this no becomes the range low. Why is this really the range low as opposed to this one? Because where is the support and liquidation if I use this as the range low? There's none. There's none in this leg, especially this continuation leg. So this instead becomes the range low. The expectation, same as always. Range low, range high, play from 80%, play to the highs. But we can see price just run the highs, and in them cases it's very calm. In them cases it's extremely calm. Extremely calm. So what do? We just wait. For new confirmations, for new ranges to form, and we play accordingly. So we just move on to the next day, which is now the 23rd. 24th actually. 24th. But what's interesting is that I can see a couple of things happening. I can see this liquidity going. I can see a new high being created. I can see a couple of things. New high being created. Liquidity sweep. And what's interesting is that this will form as like a reverse vision order. But do I have a support liquidation? That's the next question. So if I go over to solidifying the actual support and liquidation, you can see within the range we actually got some low farming that sits from 50% the actual range. So what does that mean? The range high confirmed, the range low confirmed. This is the entry. All it takes is the entry. But if I actually want into, it will mean a couple of things. Time has to correlate with the actual trade opportunity, TreJrdn. So if you realize before 8 a.m. price mitigates, then obviously no. But if I'm supposed to look at TreJrdn or trade opportunity as the system warrants, this is what it would possibly look like. Not possibly, this is what it looks like from my understanding and from the approach, so to speak. So we move. So we can see if we actually get entry here. But remember, support and liquidation, I want to see this go before I actually get involved. So for now, the order is still tentative. I don't know about order place, you know. We cleared the lower, and now the order place. We're just waiting for the mitigation to happen. But we've got the mitigation. Price rejecting area, order flow area, 8% order flow area. Fair enough. Eventually we deliver. And you can see how the ideology works in regards to the full process that would allow for the entry to actually happen. see a height go, but look at how the height went though. Not really like a strong fall, just calm low go to sleep, nice and calm. So where is this concerned? Not a range, not a proper range. You need to play with him. Not a proper range for me to play with him at all. And you can see on the 25th, like, you know, nothing of value happens because the type of clearing like this previous range it just is sweet because you didn't really have like a candle closing above or anything like that. So it's like follow through. Like, what is that, you know? And in such cases, we just wait, man. We just wait until price actually delivers or develops once more. We can see there's a sweep happens, switch in our floor happens. And that's kind of farming another trade idea. We're just waiting for this type to go, obviously, but if we reach this, we confirm to actually farm the trade. So we move. We can see high farm. Now we're just waiting to see where the actual support and liquidation for the is, or for the R flow. That is the next step. Figuring out if there's actually support and liquidation. See, second stage for the trade here. Come to life. This now. Thomas. So here is the bottom here of time. You can see eventually you clear out the high, you create a new high, you more or less got the same process going again where this becomes first session R flow, but this still support liquidation is really low. You can see eventually on like 6.6, like nothing happened in regards to this engaging the entry. In such cases, we just remain calm, like the order wasn't set until the support liquidation had gone. Such cases, we just wait. And now, like, going over like a new range here to here, clear here, and once more, you're just doing a lot of waiting. Doing a whole lot of waiting, but nothing happens in regards to the mitigations that will cause the injury. Let me see. Now for the 30th, the last day. Yeah, again, one of those instances where nothing exactly happens, or nothing to the system happens. And what do we do in such cases? We just leave it alone. You know, we leave it alone. That is what we ideally do. We leave it alone. And that's how more or less the month of January went. It's constant. Start with a -1, and then plus 8.36, and then you get another winner plus 5.88, and then 4.04, and then 4.01. Those were all the trades. So that's about how many? 1, 2, 3. I don't know, 5 trades, roundabouts 5 trades. Roundabouts 5 trades. And what do we do in such cases? We do it. We wait for each opportunity to develop relevant to how the system actually allows it to, or what the system actually warrants. Understood? Folks, understood. So, over the coming weeks, I'm going to be dropping the other videos for the case studies. Well, this is January's one, but February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, then December 2023. What's interesting is that once I finish December 2023, I would actually go in to case studies from January 2024 and in February 2024. It's going to get very interesting. So let me know your thoughts regarding this case study, how I can improve it, the delivery, how I can improve the explanation. If you extracted some sort of value from it, let me know. Feedback is much appreciated. So have a good one, and that's all for me. It's very calm.